Hey, little dude. Adorable. Look at all these stars flying around you. Pretty cute, hey? Oh, no, you can't see it. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to try and peek through the headset. That won't work. I got an idea. It's got two RGB cameras in here. They can record exactly what I'm seeing and send it to you. How to use the cameras? Well, it's a lot. Let's go to Henry. He's going to take you into Unity. We're going into the Nreal SDK and learn everything there is about the RGB camera and how you can integrate it into your own project. So with that, let's take it to Henry. Take it away, Henry.
Hey guys, welcome to my tutorial. My name is Henry. We are going to talk about NRSDK covering RGB camera. We are gonna talk about recording video, capture image. Also, we are going to create our own demo about how to record videos. Let's get to Unity. My version is 2020.3.25 F1. This is a blank project. We already have imported NRSDK. Let's go to demo. Open RGB camera. In this scene, we have a camera rig, an NR input, and a texture canvas prefab. In here, we have a camera capture controller script and two reference, one raw image UI, another text UI. We have another controller game object which controls three buttons, and they have three functions inside on-click inspector, which is controls video play, pause, and stop. In this script, it gets the NRRGB cam texture class .get texture method. In start, it's also gonna hit play function. There's three public functions will be called through buttons on click. In update, it's going to update the frame count.text. Let's hit play. We are using the emulator to control the phone controller. Let's hit play button. It doesn't respond because it's already played on start. If we delete, save, and then play again, this time we click the play button and it's gonna play from the 0 frame. It's gonna play in AR glasses. So does the functionality pause and stop. Let's go to another demo scene. RGB camera via UV. This scene we also have canvas, three buttons. We also have image frame count controller, but this script is a little bit different. In start, there's a function called bind YUV texture. This time we actually set texture to our material through capture image. We set main text, U text, and V text from our parameter, which is YUV texture frame. It's a little bit different from our previous scene script. let's open up the RGB camera capture scene. This demo is used for capture a still image. It got a NR logo with auto rotate script, and it got a photo capture examples script. In update, this script will take a photo whenever we press the controller button trigger. If we delete the script and save it play, without the trigger buttons in update, we cannot do anything. But if we enable it, every time we click the trigger button, as you can see in the game scene, it will take a picture aligned to your head transform. So whenever you click trigger, in hierarchy it's going to create a new game object called picture and set the render image texture to its material. In script, we use NR input.getButtonDown to get updates to trigger take a photo function. We are going to change this script. We have a void create. We use this for initialization. When we trigger this function, it will create a NR photo capture class as an object. Then we are going to activate the camera through start photo mode async function. If success, we are going to invoke the onCreate action delegate, which passed as a parameter. And in take a photo method, we are going to use it as take photo async delegate. It's going to create a new instance of photo capture and trigger this delegate. After taking a photo, it's gonna trigger on capture photo to memory. So in this script, we got a parameter of the photo capture frame. This script creates a new quad game object. It's going to be set to a custom shader. We are going to have a variable head transform, which get from NR session manager center anchor, which is our eye position. We are going to set this local position to be our head transform plus a little bit towards the z-axis. So the image, it will be placed forward in front of our head. And we are going to set the local scale to 16:9 ratio. And then in the end, we set the texture of the main text to be our target texture in the quartz material. We are going to change this script. We are going to change this function. I'm gonna type in here saving the capture photo. So that it's gonna save to our drive. Before we save our changes, as you can see, the new game object, which is called picture, will not be saved whenever we quit application. So we are going to realize this saving function. We're gonna type here var image equals to target texture. This is a reference to our texture image. .encode to PNG. Then we're gonna write file.write all bytes and give it a path and pass in the image variable. We are going to create a public string called image safe path. We're gonna name it property. In get, we are going to type string timestamp equals to time.time .toString. In here, we're going to get rid of the punctuations inside time.time. So we're going to type .replace function. Replace the comma with null. Type in another replace function. And replace this with null too. Gonna type string file name equals to string.format. This will be the name. We'll call it Nreal capture plus timestamp .png. Gonna pass in the timestamp parameter and we return path.combine, and then we're gonna type application.persistentDataPath plus our file name .png. So this way we are going to use the image safe path as a property. So it's gonna save our target texture into a picture PNG and save into our drive. Let's save the script and hit play. For instance, in PC, we're going to go to C drive, users, username, app data, local. For our package name, let's go to player settings. And it will be in FXG Nreal Tutorial RGB folder. Whenever we click trigger, a new picture will be generated inside our drive. Let's go to NRSDK/demos/RGB camera record. In these scenes, we have a video capture example script. We have a reference to a button UI, which is a record button. And we also have a reference to a previewer prefab. This prefab will follow your phone controller and display your camera view in real time. You also have a state icon on the top right corner, shows whether you are recording or not. And you have a canvas. You can set a lot of settings. They have quality, layers, audio state. There's even a use green background toggle. The white button is used for start or stop video recording. In the script, we have a public void on click function. We have added the script and the function to the record button. By trigger this function, it will trigger the start or stop record function. So we are going to start creating our own scene and build it and put it inside Unreal Glasses. Let's create a new folder, call it test2, and then we'll create an empty scene and rename it to test2. We're going to delete main camera and then drag the prefabs NR camera rig and NR input into our new scene. And then we are going to create a record manager game object. And then we are going to create a new script inside our test2 folder. We're going to create a new script folder and create a record test2 script. And then we are going to go to Unreal Developer website, open up user guide. The current NRSDK is 1.8.0. We are going to go to tools/recording. And let's scroll down. There will be a video capture example script. We are going to copy and paste it to our Visual Studio. And then we just paste the whole thing inside our original script and then change the class name to our own, which is record test2. And then we are going to sort our namespace. Basically give all our namespace and fixing all the errors. As you can see, we still got 2 errors. It's because that our current NRSDK doesn't contain these functions in those classes. As you can see, it doesn't contain these functions. So let's just delete the part of the script that's reporting errors. And now let's save. And in the script's comment, we can see that to set audio state, we need to give permission to audio record. So we are gonna copy this string and go to our Android manifest file, which is located in plugins, Android, and Android manifest. In case you guys can't find it, go to player settings publishing settings and check custom main manifest so that it will generate an Android manifest file. When we open it, we are gonna add a new line to user's permission and copy our record audio string. We are also going to add a previewer prefab into our new scene. So let's first drag our script into record manager game object and then go to NRSDK resources, record prefabs, and drag previewer prefab to our new scene and drop it to our record test2 script. As you can see, we don't have a layer yet. That means our previewer will get recorded into the video. And what we need is to ignore it when we hit record. So we are going to create a new layer called it do not render. And then we are gonna set the previewer and its children to do not render layer. So now it's preview only. And then we are going to change our scripts a little bit. Let's create a new function. Call it public void onClick. So this will be used for the UI button for record. So I'm gonna call it onClick play button. And we're gonna type if m_video capture dot is recording. If the video is recording, we are going to type this dot stop video record. Else, if the video has stopped recording, then we have to type this dot start video capture. As you can see, the script already contains a instance of video capture object, which is m_video capture. All we need to do is to use it. We're going to also create a new button, so that we need to add a namespace of Unity engine.ui and then create a new public button, play button. Let's save and go to our scene, create a new canvas. We'll need this canvas to be workspace and then set its scale to be 0.001. Let's reset the position and create a new UI button and set it to be a cube shape button. Delete the text. And then let's drag the button to our record test2. Let's open up our script and then create a new public layer mask, and then we're gonna call it calling mask. And set its default value to -1, which stands for including every layer. And then we are going to add a new feature under void on start recording video function. We are going to type m_video capture dot get context dot get behavior dot set camera mask and get reference to our layer mask, which is calling mask dot value. and let's save, and then we are gonna uncheck do not render in our calling mask. And then we are also gonna create a new function void refresh UI state. And then we are going to type a bool flag equals to m underscore video capture dot is recording. And then we'll give it a false statement. Let's type our reference of our new public play button dot get component image dot color equals to our boolean flag. So the color will depend on whether if we are recording or not. So let's give it color red if it's not recording, and if it is recording, we are going to give it color dot green. And then this function will be called inside void start. I'm gonna put it right under our create video capture test. And then we are going to call it again when we start the video. So let's put one under on start recording video. We're also gonna call it when we stop recording the video. So let's put it here on stop video capture mode. And then let's save. So after we compile, let's put our script, let's drag our script to the play button and assign it with the method on click play button, and put our button's canvas a little bit forward. So I'm gonna set the position Z to 0.6. And we need to add a component canvas raycast target to our canvas so that we can interact with it in AR. So that's basically it. Let's build it and see what it looks like inside our Nreal glasses. Okay, now that we finished making our new scenes functionalities, got everything set up, we need to put some models inside the models so that we can get a nice visual effect when we are recording. So let's go to sketchfab.com, and in search column we type Binko. And our friend Kevo allows us to use his models. So in here I'm gonna choose the Chibit Prince. Binko is a really good VR artist. I think all his models are really nice for us to put inside our AR glasses. This is his Twitter. He's called Binkoland. Let's now download this free Chibi Prince model. Let's download OBJ. And then unpack it. After we unpack it, let's import it into our Unity. Put it inside the test folder. Okay, let's drag the models OBJ file into our scene. Let's scale it down 0.001 and reset its position. And then we need to rotate it. We are also gonna move it close near our button, face our camera, put it to the left side of our record button. Before we build, we can use emulator to test if there's any bugs. So I'm now using emulator to click on Start Record button. When clicked, the button turns green. Inside the console, it will display our saving data path. And then you're also gonna debug log our start capturing. And now I stop recording. As you can see, the button turns red again. So we can now build it and test it into our AR glasses.
So in here we got our scene. As you can see, we got a chibi right here. Our previewer here. Let's gonna turn that off because we need to turn it off to enable our raycast, and then we're gonna trigger this button. So it's green, it's recording, and you can see our image right here.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you watch this video with me until this very end, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.